What's up, everybody? This is Devin White, linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You're listening to the LCC. Go Bucks.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Commissioner's Clubhouse for week 11. We are literally 1 week away from our final week of the regular season. We've got a lot going on in playoff scenarios. Some teams have been eliminated already. We'll talk a little bit about this too, but we've got league rule proposals coming up. So we started doing that early last year, so I guess we're doing it early again this year. But yeah, with me, we've got, first of all, we got a celebrity guest on the show. We've got Jordan on the show, and we've got Cody on the show. So it is a packed house here on Little Critters Clubhouse. What's going on, you guys?
Not much.
What's up?
What's happening? Do we want to introduce our celebrity guest now, or wait till we get to the pick'ems?
Wait till we get to the pick'ems. He's a shy guy.
It's a shy guy. All right. All right, we'll wait then. But no, I mean, basically all we're going to do is we're going to kind of go over some of the, we're going to go over the playoff bracket. We're going to go over some of the scenarios for teams to get in. I'm not going to do all of them because, again, some of them are pretty straightforward. There's not much to talk about. And then we're going to go through your game of the week and all of our other matchups. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys ready?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. That's some good stuff. All right, so the bracket really didn't change too much, at least for the most part. Some teams got flip-flopped in seeding, but biggest changes. BP, Beg for G-Rag, is the 2 seed now. She's the man. That's Maria is the 1 seed in Conference A. Matt is the 6 seed. He would be playing Daquan if the season ended today. Winner of that would play against Maria. And Abusement Park and Detroit Bad Boys. I put Detroit BBs because I couldn't fit it in that little box, the full name. Would play Beg for G-Rag. And the other side, Roebuck Leprechauns myself is 2 seed. Give Me More is still the 1 seed and has locked that up. Slapdicks is still the 3 seed going against Michael, who is now the 6 seed. Jordan has moved up in the world with a win against Eastside Brawlers. He's the 4 seed. Eastside Brawlers is now the 5th seed, all the way from 2 to 5. So that's what the playoff bracket would look like today if the season ended. Obviously, we still have this week and next, so anything can happen, guys. Is there anything about the way things look at the moment that surprises you at all? Based off the seeding or who's in and who's not in?
Nothing surprises me, but I'm moving on up.
That's right.
So good news for me. Hopefully the delights keep it moving.
That's right.
Woo!
Woo!
Pew!
Oh man. Yeah, for me, I don't think I'll say this. Michael's team, I don't think I ever thought in my lifetime I would see Michael's name on a playoff bracket. So it's kind of nice to see him in there, at least for the moment. Obviously, anything can happen, but at the 6th seed, I mean, I know he's got to be excited about that to finally get in. I guess we can talk a little bit about teams that have officially locked up a spot. There's not many. It's still just Jameson and Maria. They've officially locked up at least a playoff spot. Jameson's locked up the 1st seed, so he could lose the next 2 games. It really wouldn't matter. I know he's not going to do that, though, or at least intentionally do that because he wants to be the first team to go undefeated. And we talked a little bit about this off the show or before, is I don't think any of us have ever seen a team go undefeated in any fantasy league, even those rinky-dink leagues where no one's keeping up with it besides yourself and you're just getting easy wins. Like, there is a luck factor in fantasy football, so you're going to lose a game in, a 3-month period. But Jameson is on track to shatter that. I mean, I've never heard or seen of that done in fantasy football before.
He's defying the odds.
I don't want to be him, to be honest with you, dude.
I don't envy that position either, honestly.
like,
I don't.
like that L's coming at some point.
I feel like a little badass, but like, like the walls come crumbling down at the worst time. Like,
I mean, it's true though. Like when we've seen it, teams will go in this crazy. I've done it plenty of times. Regular season, not 12-0, but where I go like 10-2 or something crazy, and then lose the first game of the playoffs. I mean that's the worst feeling in the world to know you dominated in the regular season, and then you end up just being forgotten about basically because you didn't get very far in the playoffs.
yeah, it just takes that one cruddy week.
Literally, that's pretty much all it takes. I was trying to figure out the longest win streak in league history. I'm going through right now. Let's see, through our history page.
He's got to be right on top.
Yeah, I was about. Well, what, the longest win streak?
Yeah,
He might also have it.
I'm just saying, like,
I think 8's got to be the biggest win streak, right? Roughly.
Okay, so regular season win streak in one season. What do you think? All right, I'll go and say Jameson has broken the record officially with his win last week. No one's ever won 10 straight. What was the number below that? Like, what do you think the next best was, and who was it?
Well, first of all, you just said Jameson broke it last week, so it had to have been 9, right?
Right. But who do you think it was? I guess is my question. Like, who do you think it was?
Man,
Only one team had done it. Only one team had done it.
Jade.
you.
It was Jade. Jade went. He won week 1 through 9 in 2015, which you're probably thinking, that must have been the year he beat Jordan for the Little Critter Bowl. It's not. That's the year after.
I don't think I was thinking that.
I was thinking that. Which is crazy. And honestly, though, when you factor in multiple seasons, 4 teams had won 9 straight. When you factor in the previous year going through the next year, Jameson had done it twice, where he'd won 9 straight between multiple seasons, but no one had ever done 10, even with multiple seasons in play. So big kudos to him. I know he's got to be excited about that. We'll go through next teams who have been eliminated. The list has grown, unfortunately. I wonder if I have a good sound drop for these. I would say I'm still standing, but it's the exact opposite of that. Here we go.
What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
That's these guys right now. So the teams that have been officially eliminated, some of them we talked about last week. Hassling Slashers is done. Hunter of Champions is done. Mufasa Moneymakers, they've been done. Team Brandon that's not his team name. What's his team name?
Team Brandon.
Sunday Fun Day.
Oh.
He was officially eliminated with his loss last week, and he didn't set his lineup. Based on our new rules, if you fail to set your lineup in multiple weeks, then you're officially kicked out of the league for the following year. So if you're listening to this, Brandon, make sure you get your stuff together. Mike officially eliminated a couple weeks ago. Cody, unfortunately, has officially been eliminated, barring a stat change.
That is not official.
That is not official yet. Yeah, so there's that, and then Storm has officially been eliminated with his last week, unfortunately for him. And,
What's his name?
Oh wait, hang on, let me do the sound drop.
All right.
I'm gonna get it all up in your vag.
There we go. And I gotta play Mondo's too.
Slinging slasher.
And my
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
So they've all been eliminated.
they've all been eliminated.
We don't hear those sound drops at all.
Those won't be playoff drops.
Sound drops.
Yeah, I gotta get them out now, so I won't be using them for a couple months. But no, that's pretty much it. Everyone else is still in play. There's a couple playoff scenarios that are more intriguing than others, and I'll run through them really quickly. Charles, for instance, can only make the playoffs if he wins out, and he needs Matt and or Billy to lose as well. If you go and look at the standings, currently Charles is outside of first place by 3 games in his division, so he cannot win that, obviously, with only 2 weeks left. But he only trails Billy by 2 games with 2 weeks remaining, and same with Matt. So he just needs one of those 2 guys to finish the season at 6-6. So he actually has a tiebreaker. He'll have a tiebreaker over both of those guys if they have the same record. So, and that's very reasonable when you consider those divisions, how competitive they are. One of them could easily go 0-2 over the next 2 weeks.
Well, I'm looking for Charles to drop every single game from here on out. That was the first round pick. Let's do it,
baby. So his is, I feel like it's within reason if he's pushing for a playoff spot. Daquan clinches his division with a win this week, and if Matt takes an L as well, then he officially clinches this weekend. If not, then it goes on to one more week, and we'll see what happens in week 12. Colby can win his division still, even though he's 5-5, guys. He's trailing first place by 2 games. He can win his division by winning out and having Matt. Matt has to beat Daquan, and Colby has to win out just for him to win the division. But a wild card spot is easily within reach. He's only trailing the 6th and 5th seed by 1 game. So, and he's 4-0 in division. So if anyone is tied with him, they haven't played, he's probably going to beat them out because he's, batting 1,000 right now in divisional play. But yeah, that's pretty much. I don't want to, like I said, some of these other ones like BP, all he's got to do is keep winning. He wins division. Peyton got to win out, obviously, and then, beat Billy Powell at the end of the year. Detroit Bad Boys trails the division by a game. You get the picture here. These are pretty straightforward. Michael and Cameron are only a game out from the 6th seed and the 5th seed, so they could easily get that, or they could win their division and get the 3rd seed, or actually maybe even a first-round bye if things kind of go their way. So that's pretty much it. And then Alex, another team, he's trying to get the 6th seed at 6-6. And he is still in this as well. So that's pretty much all of the playoff scenarios for the most part. Was there anything else you guys want to talk about before we move on to Game of the Week?
I'm satisfied.
I am satisfied.
Oof. All right. We'll keep it rolling then. And let's do our game of... Hang on. Let me give him a sound drop. Let me get it. I don't know which one to play now. Damn.
Just do one.
All right, I'm going to do the Madden one. Alrighty, we got Game of the Week. Eastside Brawlers versus myself, Robot Leprechaun, 6-4, 7-3. So I really don't want to talk about myself for super long. This is awkward.
I'll talk about you for a long time.
Okay, well, that sounds good. That's fine. No, but we've played each other a good bit. Obviously, this game is, for the division, honestly. If I lose this, then it's going to make it a lot harder for me to be able to win the division because I'll be 0-2 against my dad. I'm already 0-1 against Jordan, so I'll be playing from behind, and it's not going to be easy. So, with that said, there's a lot on the line here. No one has locked anything up, not even a playoff spot. So literally every game this week matters for the most part, at least. Some more than others, and this happens to fall in that category. History-wise, played each other, good God, 13 plus 8, what does that come out to be? 21 times. This will be the 22nd time we've played since 2010. I currently lead the series 13-8, and my dad beat me earlier in the year, week 2, 189-183. So, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Good.
It's going to be good. So, what are y'all's thoughts on the matchup, though?
Well, my initial thought is let's go Brawlers. because
Oh,
I'm
don't
trying
say
to
that.
win the division. I could use a brawler win more than a leprechaun win, so I'm definitely rooting for Mr. Nuge. But I mean, you want to go through matchups?
We can a little bit, sure.
You can announce the matchup, and we'll give our thoughts since you don't want
Okay.
to.
So he's got Tom Brady. I've got Deshaun Watson. Brady's playing against the LA Rams, and Watson's playing against the Patriots.
I think both of them could have good days. I'll go old DW4 for the leg factor.
Okay.
I like that.
I'm gonna go Watson. Probably slide edge too. Not. I don't think it'll be big. At most 10 points maybe, but nothing too crazy. What about you, Cody?
I mean, I'm going Watson for the same reason.
Okay. Josh Jacobs is who I've got going against the Chiefs. He's got Miles Sanders at the moment going against the Browns.
I mean, I'm going Josh Jacobs. No offense. I think the Phillies just stink, and their offensive line's depleted.
They're the Eagles.
You said the Phillies.
Touche. But I mean the Phillies, as in like Philadelphia.
Yeah, I would initially lean Josh Jacobs for obvious reasons, but I know there's like 7 or 8 Raiders that have COVID again, and I don't know which one. So like, I don't know how that could affect the game or not, if it's offensive line or what. But
yeah.
But just assuming everyone will play, I would go straight up Josh Jacobs.
Well, I just know Philly's offensive line's real banged up as well.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people out for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Passing a lot as well, just because they're going to be down.
So last time I looked, nothing had been announced at least about Josh Jacobs testing positive. Have they released all the players who have been tested positive? It's mostly on defense, from what I read.
Yeah, it could be. I was just saying I wasn't positive which players had it and if it could have affected the run game or not, or the offense in general. But
nothing. There hasn't been any news. Knock on wood. I won't jinx myself. That would be the nail in the coffin. I would definitely lose if I don't have another backup. I'd have to go pick up like a fullback or something wild to plug in. But I don't know. Josh Jacobs against the Chiefs. I think they're going to be playing from behind, and I don't like that for Jacobs. I think actually Miles Sanders is probably going to outscore him by a good bit.
Well, I mean, don't even the Raiders beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, right? Earlier in the season, wasn't that in Arrowhead?
I don't know where the game was at, but yes.
I'm almost positive because there's this whole thing coming out about like the Chiefs bus did a couple of laps around Arrowhead Stadium and stuff, like, and now they're trying to make a big deal out of it come this like game. I don't know. I think they match up well with the Chiefs personally, and I don't think the Chiefs have a very good defense, so I think they'll be able to score. I mean, I definitely think the Phillies are going to be playing from behind. So
the Eagles.
The Phillies. Everyone that plays in Philadelphia is called the Phillies nowadays. Jeez, know your lingo. No, yeah, okay, fine. The Eagles. Jeez, that sounds so boring. But I think the Eagles are gonna be playing from behind even more than like. At least the Raiders have a good team and they have a good offensive line. Like,
yeah. Okay. Receiver wise, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. He's got him playing against the Jags, and I've got Robert Woods playing against the Bucks.
I'm gonna go with Juju. I think he's come on strong the last couple weeks, and I think he continues that.
Juju all day.
Yeah, Jackson's got one of the worst pass defenses in the league. He should go off. He's gonna have a good game, maybe one of the better games of the season for him.
I mean, the only thing I worry about with him is the fact that like there's so many options in Pittsburgh in terms of receiving. So like it really depends on the week. But in terms of the pass defense, you gotta like what he's going against.
Yeah. Flex player wise, he's got Travis Kelce going against. He's got Travis Kelce. I've got Ronnie Harrison. Travis Kelce is obviously playing against the Raiders, and Ronnie Harrison is playing against the Eagles.
Give me defense all day.
Yeah, it's kind of my thought. I like that for myself.
Yeah, I like it for you.
He's got Emmanuel Agba from Miami, who's had a great year at defensive end playing against the Broncos. I've got Chase Young, who's been very up and down playing against the Bengals. I'm actually going to give this to Emmanuel. I think he's probably going to do better than Chase.
I think Emmanuel's been killing it as well the past couple of weeks. He's really turned it on as well. So I'm going Emmanuel.
I'll go slight edge Emmanuel, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chase Young took it. I know Shaq Lawson was placed on the COVID list, so that's probably just a tad more attention headed Emmanuel's way, just with a defensive line starter being out. But I'll lean him.
Yeah. So you got a linebacker. He's got John Bostic, who's playing against the Bengals. He started off the season very strong, but he has struggled ever since. Going up against, I can never say his name right. Foyesad, I don't even know. From Atlanta, their linebacker.
I'm going Foyesad.
Yep, there you go.
I really like him as well. I think he's a real nice piece with Deion Jones. I think he's more of the box player, and Deion Jones is more of the drop back player. So I think it bodes well for him to get a lot of points. And same thing with what you just said about John Bostic. I think John Bostic is really falling off. He had a real strong start, but I think that was inevitable, especially with the sample size we've gotten from him from years. You know what I'm saying? He's literally been that guy that, he's not very sideline to sideline. He's really good in the box. He's good at stepping up. He's good at taking on blockers, but he's just not athletic enough to keep up the start that he had at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. And then the last, you got Joe Hayden. Eastside's got him playing against the Jaguars, and then I've got Justin Simmons playing against the Dolphins.
I think I'll go Justin Simmons. No, but yeah, I like Simmons in that. A box safety compared to a corner.
I normally go for the safeties, but I'm actually going to go with Joe Hayden because I do feel like Joe Hayden's probably going to come up with the pick this week.
What a homer.
No.
I'm just saying, who's their quarterback this week?
I don't even know if we officially know yet.
Point, exactly. No, and Joe Hayden's been playing real nice ball. Why else would he be starting him? Let's be serious.
Yeah, no, he has. He's been pretty reliable the past
and
4 weeks.
A very consistent corner in terms of points scored. I just think this is a setup for him to get an interception this week and things of that nature. So, I'm going to go him.
Okay.
There's definitely been points where Justin Simmons has fallen off in a couple of games.
All right. We'll go ahead. We should go ahead and bring our celebrity guest in if he's still around even, so we can make this pick for the game of the week.
All right. Well, you make your pick. I'll make mine, and then how about you do yours, Jordan, and then me, and then I'm the celebrity guest.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'm gonna actually, for once in my life, I'm gonna pick myself. Assuming, God, I don't even want to mention. I don't even put it in the universe, but assuming Josh Jacobs plays and does not have COVID, and there's not some shady stuff going behind the scenes, I'm picking myself.
All right. Well, just because I'm going to be rooting hard for him anyway, I'm going to say Eastside Brawlers takes the Leprechauns out.
Okay.
In an upset, but I need it. Joe Hayden get that pick.
I feel like Eastside Brawlers has been really sliding, especially the past couple of weeks. He started off real good, but I think his team is kind of fading based off of he had a lot of hot starts. So I'm going to go with you, Pat.
Okay. I'm going to play the sound drop for celebrity guest now.
All right. Here he is.
I'm going to get it all up in your vag.
Yo,
What's-
it's the vegetarians.
What's up, Storm?
What's up? Yo, okay, so everybody's picking Pat right now. I'm picking Mr. Nuge.
I picked the Brawlers.
Yeah.
I guess
Upset.
with me.
Bro, I'm siding with Jordan then. Mr. Nuge is gonna take you out only because you beat me last week. Pat, brother, I thought I had you there for a minute.
I thought you did too. I really thought you were about to beat me.
Yeah, it was a close game, but you got me. So good game, friend.
Good game.
But,
Good game.
so for that, I'm gonna have to go with the East Side Brawlers on this one.
All right.
All right, let's start ripping off picks now.
If you want to clown them, then clown.
All right, so we'll move on to our next matchup. How are you on time, real quick? Let me check. Time-wise, we're 25 minutes in, so we don't have a ton of time, so we'll kind of run through these other matchups.
Yeah, nothing big.
Oh, we actually do have a good matchup coming up. Hang on. Let me switch her over. Oh, hang on, wrong one. There we go. Alrighty. Now everyone can see the matchups we're talking about here. We've got the Crazy Legs playing against Mr. 300. Crazy Legs 6 and 4. Mr. 300 5 and 5. And Mr. 300 Stadium apparently is AT&T Stadium because he is a Cowboys fan. Probably the only one in the league that I'm aware of, at least. But they played each other 9 times, guys. Matt has not beaten him since 2015, week 15, which would have been like the divisional round of the playoffs, basically. Or conference championship. Something like that.
That would have been Matt's championship run, right?
You know what? I think you're right, because that was the weird season where we started the playoffs week 12 and we finished week 15. So yeah, that would have been a little critter ball. That's the last time Matt won, and Colby has made him pay every year since.
Was that the last time, or did he win the one right after that? Or was that his first one? I feel like that would have been his first one.
No, so 2014, Jade won. 2015, Matt won. 2016, Matt won. You won 2017, 2018, and then 2019, Cameron won.
Okay. Heard that. Well, I'm clear.
In 2020, Jordan won.
Now, Colby hasn't set his lineup. I mean, he's got a ton of guys that are on buys right now. He's always one of the last ones to set his lineup too. So, who you guys picking here?
I'm going to roll with the Crazy Legs. One, because, yes, half of Colby's roster is out, and it's getting harder and harder this time of year to find a quarterback. But I'm going to roll with Matt. The only thing that worries me is maybe Jonathan Abram might not play, but I'm going to say he'll pass those 2 COVID tests and lead Matt to the win.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Matt as well. I think just the combination, Matt really needs Chris Carson to play. I think that's what's really hurt Matt is, running backs not being able to play. I think both of his running backs are stars, personally. Like, in my opinion, I think they're both, RB1s, and both of them have been banged up this season, and that's why he's hit this, road bump. I think Aaron Donald has a big week. I think Jonathan Abrams has a big week. But I especially think T. Higgins has a big week to kind of push Matt over the top.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Carson's gonna be a game time decision from an article from 6 hours ago. But if he does play, that is a great matchup against the Cardinals. I feel like, considering what Mike Davis did to them with a worse offense. No, not a worse offense. What am probably honestly just as good. But anyways, you know what? I'm gonna pick Matt in the upset. You guys have talked me into it.
Is it the upset though?
Well, the website's saying Matt, but only because Colby hasn't set his lineup.
Yeah, but Matt's also got a better record.
That's true. I guess I look at it in points for, and Colby's done so much better throughout the season than Matt.
Yeah, I feel you. But also, Colby's got a ton of people out. It's unreal.
Yeah, he does.
So what do you think about this game?
Storm?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go Matt, too, just because, like I said, Colby's got a bunch of people on bye weeks, so it's tough to win when half your team is out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm picking Matt because he's got a strong team. Colby's just on a bye.
You figured Colby would – I don't know. I mean, maybe he hits the waivers, like he hit the waiver and I didn't know it, but you figured he would waiver quarterback a little quicker based off of, knowing his guys going on bye week.
Yeah, you would think, but at the
Because
moment,
they disappear quick. Options disappear quick. That's for sure, especially at quarterback.
yeah.
But I'm ready to move on. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Next up, we've got primetime players versus the third leg. 7-3 for primetime players. Third leg is just hanging on by the edge of the cliff at 4-6. This is a must-win for him to get in the playoffs. This is a divisional rivalry game. They've only played each other 9 times since 2015, which is actually a good bit, now that I say it out loud. But Charles won the last time in week 2 of this year, won 204 to 179, and currently actually leads the series 5-4, which to some people might sound surprising considering the success that Daquan's had over the years. Who are you guys taking in this?
I'm going to take the primetime players led by DeAndre Hopkins against a very bad Seattle secondary and a guy that should probably have some MVP consideration in Ben Roethlisberger.
Thank you.
No, you set him up for that. You know you did.
We literally had this whole talk earlier today, and Jordan was not about it. And then all day today, literally he was making fun of me. You swayed me. Just making fun of me about it. It's not even that he agrees with me. He's digging at me.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say I don't know about MVP, but I mean he's had a good year.
I like that conversation. 22 touchdowns, 4 picks. You know what I'm saying? He's literally top in passing touchdowns.
How many times? Here's a question for you because I'm looking at it. How many times has he thrown for over 300 yards this season?
Cody,
3 or 4.
You persuaded me.
3 times. That's it. 3 times.
Come at me.
So I don't know. He's had a good year. He's been efficient. That's what he's been. He's been highly efficient, and he's throwing TDs a good bit. Very few interceptions, and that part's great. But just the yardage is what trips me up when I consider him for MVP.
Not 2 out of the past 3 weeks, or maybe the past 2 weeks, he's thrown for 300 yards.
No, that's most of his 300-yard games have come in the past.
I'm just saying, it's not it's coming, dude. And plus, his touchdowns are there, and his it's. I'm not saying he's the front runner. All I'm saying is he's got an opportunity.
We're picking a game, not MVP.
I'm gonna go with Daquan based off of
your MVP.
No, Daquan's got one of the best up and down teams in the league. I think he's got a really solid squad. He's really worked his whole entire roster. He traded for Jeremy Chin. I think he picked up Ben Roethlisberger, traded for him 1 and 2. He picked up James Robinson. I just think Daquan has really worked his roster into a really good roster, and I think it's better than Charles's roster at the moment. So I'm going to go with Daquan's.
Okay, I'm going primetime as well. Charles lives and dies off his defense because of the situation in Dallas and Zeke just getting pummeled by defenses. I think it's gonna be Daquan's win. What about you, Storm? Who are you picking?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Daquan as well. Just looking at the lineups right now, it just feels like you said, Big Ben MVP candidate. And you got another T.J. Watt possible
defensive player of the year.
DeAndre Hopkins, Kevin Beard, however you say that. He's got a solid team.
Don't forget that defensive rookie of the year.
No way. No.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty much going Daquan. I do think it's gonna be a good game though. I do think it's gonna be closer than some people might think. The website's projecting within 2 points.
Yeah.
That's anyone's ball game.
Well, Matt Ryan's a fantasy god, so
So everybody picked Daquan, so congratulations on your win, Charles.
That's right. All right, we'll keep it rolling out. We've got this one didn't have a shot at game of the week. Maybe before the season started, but Mufasa Moneymakers, he's 2-8 going against the hunter of champions who is not hunting for anything other than a third win. And I don't know, man. These two teams, we thought they were dead at the beginning of the year, but just injuries and, bad luck, if you want to call it that. I mean, it's derailed their seasons entirely.
I mean, if you're talking about a rivalry, though, this is one of the biggest.
This is.
People like these two guys don't want to lose to each other.
Hopefully they shit talk each other.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It may lack importance, but it doesn't lack intensity. At this point in time, I'm probably gonna go with Hunter, just based off of star power in terms of who he's got playing.
Am I not mistaken, or did Pierre down there starting corner for the Moneymakers get cut?
Who?
So he might need
Pierre
to look at that.
For the Jets.
Oh.
Paulie's team.
I thought he got cut today.
Did he?
Yep, he got cut loose by Jets. That's what it says here.
Decent.
Yesterday.
No, he had a couple. He's going to get picked up by somebody, in my opinion.
I don't think it was
I think it was
all
them
due to play per se.
Yeah, I mean they cut Le'Veon Bell. Let's be serious.
Dude,
You think
the Jets are fucking tanking for Trevor.
Basically.
Well, let's not get it twisted either. Playing good in fantasy isn't quite playing good in real life. As a corner, he's going to rack up points getting beat. And
I think he's had 4 picks and stuff.
Yeah, he's got 3 picks, but I read the article of him getting cut, and they pointed out about 5 different stats where he was near the bottom of the league in coverage-wise.
So he just couldn't cover.
Yeah, so I think he was just
couldn't do his job.
The tackles that he gave up.
That's what you got to find in fantasy, man.
Yeah.
Scrubs.
Yeah, you really do.
But he can tackle. Like James Bradbury. One year he was fucking a beast for me. He couldn't cover for
He's actually covering a lot now. We should have paid him.
I'm going to go Hunter in this. This is a game that I think the difference is the running backs, and J.K. Dobbins going against the Tennessee Titans. I don't think he's going to do a lot there. Whereas Joshua Kelly, I don't know. Going against the Jets, I feel like he has a shot at maybe getting a random touchdown or something.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm going to roll with Hunter too. Moneymakers suck.
Cody, Storm, who you guys picking?
Well, I already said Hunter, but
Okay.
I'm going Hunter as well, just because the Moneymakers have traded away their whole team and given up already. Like they gave up week 1. I felt like
the Moneymakers have gone bankrupt.
The Moneymakers have gone bankrupt. They need a loan. We need to bail out. They're like, come on now.
He's got his off.
They need to do better next year.
Yeah, his team is struggling, but I'm telling you, man, next season, watch out for Mafala. He's got enough picks where if he doesn't get to the playoffs, I don't even know what to say.
He's got no first-round picks.
That's true.
Just
text me that
he doesn't have enough.
He didn't say he quits.
Next up, this one could have been a good game if Mondo hadn't lost last week. It will be in terms of score, but in terms of importance, it's not going to matter too much. Mondo Hashling Slashers at 3-7. She's the man. That's Maria at 8-2, which is pretty wild. I don't think we saw the division being that far separated between first and second place. Let me play this. There it is. I do think it's going to be a close game, though. Jameis Winston, I'm telling you now, is not going to see 100% of the snaps as QB for the Saints. I do think he could have a good game just by default, but I really think this could be a trap game for Maria. I actually might go with the upset here and pick the Hashling Slashers.
Maria's the luckiest person I've ever seen in my entire life. They're like when I played her, dude. Like I was thinking, man, I don't even know half these names on her roster right now, dude. And like she was struggling, like literally had no linebacker, picked up 2 linebackers, and they scored like 40 points apiece on me. And I was just like, what just happened? Like I just assume everybody she picks up is about to score 40, so I'm gonna go Maria.
Research and development.
Research and development.
But I believe I'm gonna lean Mondo here.
Going with the upset.
I'm gonna go with the Sling Slashers.
Okay, what about you, Storm?
Dude, I mean, Maria's dominated her division all year long. I don't see why she doesn't continue to dominate this week.
The trend continues.
Very valid point.
I mean, dude, she's lost 2 games
All year.
Yeah.
all year.
8-2.
Mad respect. She's gonna continue. I feel like.
She was 3-2 5 weeks ago. You know, this team that was like, oh yeah, they can make the playoffs, I guess. But 8-2 now. 5 weeks later, won 5 straight.
Yeah, on a streak. So I don't see the fire going out anytime soon.
I literally caught her with no Christian Kirksey or Bush. Bush got hurt the week before that, and she's still like literally. If you go back and look at that game, I almost bet you her 2 linebackers scored 80 points on me.
Oh my god!
Almost bet. Playing possum.
Yeah. So we're split on this, but I think we can. I feel like we can all kind of agree though it's going to be a pretty close game.
No, I like Mondo's lineup over hers. I just feel like she's
team
got an
finds
act for
ways.
like getting dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it rolling now. We've got Sunday Funday, who's been eliminated at 3-7. Again, did not set his lineup last week, so he's definitely got to set his lineup this week. Going against Beg for G-Rag, playing at Thor's Lair, apparently is the name of the stadium. He's 7-3. He's had a good year. It looks like Sunday Funday may have set his lineup. I'm not sure, but regardless, I'm going Beg for G-Rag. I don't think this is even going to be close.
You know, I find it, just thinking about it, I find it quite funny that and maybe this isn't the case, but I feel like 2 players have Greg Olson names. Am I not mistaken on this?
Huh?
The third leg, is that a Greg Olson name?
Is it?
No, I don't think it is.
No? Okay, well, I had thought it may have been. But, okay, well, then I am wrong. But at the same time, Sunday Funday is going to lose this game, and if he doesn't set his name, I will.
I guess
It's nice playing with you, bud.
I don't know if that's what he was going for, but
But, yeah, it makes sense, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Word. Well, I'm going with Beg for G-Reg.
Okay.
All right. In typical vegetarian form, I'm going for the upset. I'm picking Sunday Funday. I'm saying he's going to get the mad upset whether he sets his lineup or not.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, I'll stick with the more conventional G-Rag.
Yeah. All right. Next game, this was another one I felt like could have been game of the week. Abusement Park, who is 7-3, going against Detroit Bad Boys, who's 6-4. Both teams trying to fight it out for the division. They've played each other a couple times in the past. In fact, 6 times since 2017. And currently, Abusement Park leads the series 4-2. And the last time Detroit Bad Boys won was Week 3 of 2019. He won 328-302. These are sometimes close games. Sometimes they become a bloodbath, depending on which way it goes. But for me, in this matchup, both teams do not have a reliable running back at the moment. I know Booker has had back-to-back good games, and the Chiefs
had a few good games now too in the last few weeks.
That's true. Harris has got 31 last week, 18 the week before, 31 before that, and then 16 before that. So kind of up and down, but this is a good matchup for him. The Texans have like the worst rushing defense in the league. I think for me, I'm going to go... You know what? I'm going to go Detroit Bad Boys in this.
Me as well. I like his defense far. I feel like it's far more superior than Abusement Park's defense.
I'm going to go Abusement Park strictly off of Justin Herbert's whack haircut.
It's pretty bad.
He looks like Butthead.
I saw a thing earlier today talking about some the first 14-year-old to win Rookie of the Year.
I'm gonna have to go with Detroit Bad Boys just because he's got my boy Darius Leonard.
Yeah.
And he's got Tyreek Hill. Nah, no way. No way he loses.
I think Detroit Bad Boys has got the highest point total in the league. I may be wrong.
But have you seen that haircut?
Have you seen
that haircut ain't got shit on Leonard and Hill.
I think, it's going to be a good game, I'm sure. But I'm going to pick the Bad Boys still.
Actually, beg for G-Reg, but it's close.
All right, next up, we've got a B Conference East Division rivalry game between... we're going to get the sound drops ready. Let me get over here. Here we go. And they're playing against...
I'm going to get it all up in your vag.
That's right.
All I'm saying is, whoever wins is all I'm saying is it sounds like a good time.
Someone's having a good afternoon. Afternoon delights, Jordan. You're 6-4. Storm, you're 2-8, but I've said it all season. One of the best 2-8 teams I've ever seen in fantasy football. When you look at points for, you've outscored an entire division, and somehow
We get it.
Just some bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play who you got to play. It is what it is. But all I'm gonna say is, one of my wins is against Jordan.
One of your 2 wins is against Jordan.
One of my 2 wins is against Jordan. So I mean, I feel like I've got Jedi mind tricks against Jordan.
You do.
I feel like there's no way he can beat me.
I'm in my head.
Yeah, like.
Well, we're going to come out and try to do the impossible and beat them.
Why is Klumac? Oh, okay, he's gonna buy it. Storm, you just haven't set your lineup yet.
Yeah, I haven't said it yet. I'm trying to pick up somebody on free agency. Even though I am 2-8, I am actively on my roster looking at players.
That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Takes 3 to 4 business days for.
The way my bank account is set up.
For me, I mean, I think this game, despite the records, is going to be closer than. By the way, Storm, I didn't know this is your stadium name. Is the Overlord Coliseum? Is what you named it?
No, I had no choice in that. That is not what I picked.
That must have been the previous owner.
That must have been the previous owner. If I could pick a stadium name, you said?
Yeah.
It'd be Badge Pizza.
No. It would be the Vag Dome.
The Badge Dome.
Vag Dome. Vag Dome. You come to get all your pleasure in the Vag Dome with the dubs.
There you go.
One of these.
Headed to the Badge Dome.
The Badge Dome.
Badge Dome.
I'm going to pick, you know what, just for fun, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to pick Storm. I need you to win, Storm.
I appreciate that. I'm going to throw the game.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm trying to pick up somebody in free agency to replace Khalil Mack. I'm going to set a lineup. My pick is obviously me. I'm not gonna pick against myself, no matter how bad my record may seem. And I've already beat Jordan once this year, so I'm looking for the sweep. I'm looking to upset his playoff chances, and you're going down, my friend. I hate to say it.
Jordan, who
Shots
you got?
fired.
I got the afternoon delights.
I got the afternoon. There's no question in my mind. The afternoon.
Honestly, I was honestly expecting the surprise pick. I thought he was going to pick the vegetarian.
I did too.
In my opinion, but
Jordan doesn't like veg.
Jordan doesn't like George Michael.
No, at the end of the day, I'm probably gonna pick Jordan right here, just because he's got consistency on defense, and I like, just after seeing Nick Chubb last week, I really like Nick Chubb this week as well. So I'm going to go with Jordan.
All right. Well, guys, we're almost 50 minutes in, so we definitely got to speed it up now. We got 4 more games. We've got the Spurs, who's 5-5, going against Slapdicks, 6-4. This was actually another one we considered for game of the week. This is for the division, quite honestly, and apparently Slapdick Stadium name is the Cup. So I don't know. Can the Spurs win at the Cup?
No.
That's an ugly
No, they
name.
definitely can't. They definitely can't. Only name alone, they can't. They represent the Gamecocks. They're definitely going to lose. So Slapdicks in a landslide.
The Spurs?
Slapdicks is going to put up 400. The Spurs are going to put up maybe 50. Maybe 50. Maybe 50. It's going to be that big of an upset.
Oh,
you heard it here first.
All right, if that happens, I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something crazy.
Yeah, after Thursday, the Spurs are going to lose 2 in a row. So, like,
after Thursday. Well, yeah, I was about to say, barring any stat changes, Cameron's on a 3-game win streak. Big Oss is on a 2-game losing streak, even though Slapdicks won week 2 of this season.
You mean inevitable stat change?
And that's true. I feel like it's going to happen. Now, depending on which way it goes, that's a different story.
Yeah, I'm joking. But, like, yeah, I'm going to go with Slapdicks here because I don't want Cameron to win. That's it.
I'm going to pick Cameron in this. I think Big Oss's team has taken a dip in points for. I don't know. I'm gonna go the Spurs in this.
Yeah, I'm gonna side with you and split the pot and say the Spurs take it.
All right. We'll keep rolling now. We got a good one here. We got 3-7 Steel Curtain going against the 5-5 Michael. I wish we gotta find a good sound drop for Michael. I don't even know what that would be, but who you guys picking in this?
I'm probably gonna pick me.
Well, I'll pick Michael just because he's contending.
I'm gonna pick Michael in this. He's losing Jordan Poyer, which is gonna kill him.
Yeah.
But I think he's still got a decent shot. I'm gonna pick Michael in this.
Yeah. How about a really good rookie pick? DeAndre Swift has turned out to be pretty freaking good.
Yeah, he's been solid. He's been up and down, but he's had some good games.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna win, so it's all right.
We got some.
I haven't set my lineup, by the way.
I might pick Cody as well. Ronald Jones has been playing really good. I think Antonio Brown is a playmaker, and if he can continue to make plays, he's got Tom Brady. So
we're split, baby.
I think Cody's got it.
All right.
Next game.
Here we go. We got the Le Batard Lobos going against Burrow's Body Count. The Lobos are 4-6. Burrow's Body Count's 5-5. Was in the playoff picture up until recently. I mean, he still can make it, but if the season ended today, he would not be in. Both teams are battling. This is gonna be a critical loss for one team. If the Lobos lose this week, they are done. They can no longer make the playoffs, so must win for them. Who you guys taking?
I think Burrow's Body Count's overrated. His point scored is absolutely trash. Give me the Lobos.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. That's right.
Okay, well, I'm going to retaliate with I like the name, and I like that he's got Joe Burrow. I can't pick against Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's Body Counts with the dub.
BBC, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, BBC. That's what you need.
Who's out for him?
What'd you say?
There's nobody good.
Montez Sweat.
No.
Who you picking, Jordan?
I'm gonna also take the Lobos.
Okay. For me, you know what? I'm going to go the opposite direction as you guys. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go Burrow's Body Count, just like Storm, and split this up.
Classic Pat.
Pat knows.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
going against the grain.
Pat is an educated person. He knows Joe Burrow can't lose.
Do we even have to predict the next one?
Yeah.
I don't even think that's necessary.
No, dude, we got it. Hang on, just so I can play the sound drop. Come on, guys. We got to play the
All right,
sound
get
drop
it.
at least.
Let's get it done.
All right.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
We got Dirty Mike and the boys up 1-9. Going against the 10-0. I mean, this would be the biggest upset in league history. I mean, we're talking on a magnitude we have never seen before. So, I mean, this is the equivalent of Clemson playing against the deaf and blind school in South Carolina. Like, that level of upset. Are you guys going to pick against the odds, or?
Kind of rude, to be honest.
Oh my God.
I am, just because of how rude Pat got.
Comparing Dirty Mike with a bunch of deaf kids.
Do you think Dirty Mike is deaf and blind? Is that what you're saying? He's a person too.
No, I'm saying his team has been rough. I mean, part of it's been injuries, but
I'm only gonna pick Give Me More just because of the play Kyler Murray made last week.
No. The play DeAndre Hopkins.
No.
They both made it a great
First of all,
play.
they both made a really great play. He got away from a defender, and then he threw it incredibly and got it right to him where he could high point it. It was a great play on both ends. I'm not taking away anything because, first of all, he was throwing it away from him, falling away across his body, and DeAndre Hopkins caught it on 3 people.
Okay.
So it's a great play.
I'm picking Jameson
That's mine.
so we can end this shit.
Yeah, I'm taking Jameson. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be close. Like you compared them to the deaf and blind. You're lucky those kids can't hear this, or they'd be.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll enable subtitles just for them this week.
Yeah, please put some closed captioning on this. But yeah, give me more for the win.
Okay. Listen, Jameson was upset in the playoffs by Mike in 2017. No one thought he had a chance, but Mike did the impossible. But I'm still gonna pick Jameson. I'm not gonna take that.
They were both in the playoffs. This is worst versus absolute elite best right now.
Oh man. All right, well that's pretty much it, guys. Sorry we took up almost an hour of your time, but hopefully you enjoyed the show. We'll catch you guys next week for the final regular season week. And on top of that, don't forget, I'll be posting some more information about rule change proposals. But we'll catch you guys next week. See y'all.
Peace.
Peace.